buried during the war as fighting made proper burials impossible, and that many of the victims remain unidentified. According to civil defense workers, between 80 and 90 people were trapped under the rubble in the area, but only about 10% have been identified by their families so far. Rescue efforts continue as authorities work to recover and identify the remaining victims. This comes amid widespread destruction and ongoing humanitarian challenges in Gaza. Let's in fact listen in to what some of the Gazans had to say.
بمعدات بسيطة ننتشل هؤلاء الشهداء. هؤلاء الشهداء عدد كبير منهم مجهول، لم يعرف، لم يتم التعرف على عدد كبير من هؤلاء الشهداء. أكثر من 80 ل 90 شهيد موجودين في الأنقاض، وعدد العائلات التي تعرفت على أبنائها لا تتجاوز 10%.
الشهداء عندنا اندفنوا هنا لحالة اضطرارية وليس مقابر، هذه مقابر شرعية تابعة للأوقاف. بسبب الاحتلال، بسبب الحرب، الضروس، الإبادة اللي قعدت عندنا استمرت أكثر من عامين، اضطروا الأهالي أن يدفنوا شهدائهم في ساحات العامة والطرقات.
هذه ابني أنا مدفون، وأنا كنت أحلم أن أنا أنقله في قبر، لكن للأسف اليوم احنا مش عارفين نقبره، مش عارف نشملوا في الشهداء. كان مدني، إنسان مدني استشهد في حرم المستشفى المعمداني الأهلي العربي.
Breaking developments coming in from Indonesia. The Indonesian police revealed that the student suspected of detonating blasts at a mosque in Jakarta last week was motivated by vengeance and inspired by white supremacist and neo-Nazi attacks. The blast, which occurred during Friday prayers at a mosque within a school complex in the Kelapa Gading area, injured at least 96 people. Police have discovered 7 homemade explosives and in and around the mosque, some even concealed in Coca-Cola cans. The suspect, a 17-year-old student from an adjacent school, remains unnamed but is referred to as a child facing the law. Authorities are continuing their investigation into the attack. Let's in fact listen in to what the Jakarta police had to say.
Akan hasil penyelidikan, sementara anak yang berkonflik dengan hukum atau yang disingkat ABH yang terlibat dalam ledakan tersebut diketahui merupakan seorang siswa SMA aktif yang bertindak secara mandiri dan tidak terhubung dengan jaringan teror tertentu. Berdasarkan hasil penyelidikan, sementara anak yang berkonflik dengan hukum atau yang disingkat ABH yang terlibat dalam ledakan tersebut diketahui merupakan seorang siswa SMA aktif yang bertindak secara mandiri dan tidak terhubung dengan jaringan teror tertentu. Dari satuan kerja kepolisian yang bekerja, berdasarkan data terakhir yang kami himpun, total korban akibat peristiwa tersebut tercatat sebanyak 96 orang dengan rincian 67 orang luka ringan, 26 luka sedang, dan 3 orang luka berat.
The death toll from a capsized boat carrying Rohingya migrants from Myanmar has risen to 27 after more bodies were recovered at sea by rescuers in Thailand and Malaysia. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency has reported finding 8 more bodies and also a survivor of northern Langkawi Island, bringing the total to 14 survivors. Meanwhile, in Thailand, a man's body was found in the southern province and 6 more bodies were recovered in the waters over the weekend. Now, authorities are saying that about 70 people were on board the capsized boat. Moreover, a large vessel with 300 people departed from Myanmar's Butidong town, splitting into 3 smaller boats near Malaysia. One of the boats reportedly sank near Turatau Island. Let's now hear from some of the survivors and the rescue team involved in the operation.
ইতারারে এটা কানা ফুলা ফাইলাম ফুলা ইয়ান লয়রে হাসা দরি ওরে 3 দিন আসছিলাম 3 দিন বাদে আইকানে স্টিমবুট মাথায় স্টিমবut yang lera ara itara ki kerja situ tong kerja.
Kalau kita tengok 4 hari dia berada di situ sebab di situ dia ada air terjun Tamar dia panggil. Sumber air tawar dia boleh dapatkan air untuk dia minum lagi lah. Dia kita tengok daripada segi fizikal dia nampak keletihan lah. Bila 4 hari kita tak makan ni, kita cuba bagi dia air dan makanan. Makanan pun dia tak boleh press terlalu banyak lah. Kita takut mendatangkan kesan yang lain kan. Kita cuba bagi dia makanan dan semua air lah. Supaya dia bertenang dan relax lah.
Turkey's opposition has condemned the indictment against Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu, calling it judicial interference in politics. Özgür Özel, the leader of the opposition Republican People's Party, said the charges against İmamoğlu were politically motivated and aimed at blocking his potential presidential bid into 2028. Özel argued that the legal case was not about justice but was intended to prevent the CHP, which emerged as the leading party in recent local elections, from fielding Ekrem as a candidate. The indictment has sparked widespread criticism, with many in the opposition accusing the government of using the judicial system to undermine political rivals. Now shifting our focus to Ireland, as the new head of state, Catherine Connolly, has been sworn in as the country's new president at a ceremony in Dublin Castle, following her landslide election victory last month. In her inaugural speech, the 68-year-old barrister said that Ireland is particularly well placed to lead as the nation prepares to take over the European Union's rotating presidency in the second half of 2026. Connolly becomes Ireland's 10th president since the state's founding in 1922, marking a new chapter in the country's political history. Let's in fact listen in to what the Irish president had to say.
The people have spoken and have given their president a powerful mandate to articulate their vision for a new republic. A republic worthy of its name, where everyone is valued and diversity is cherished, where sustainable solutions are urgently implemented, and where a home is a fundamental human right. We were led to believe that it was too great a leap, that our ideas were too far out, too left, at odds with the prevailing narrative. In shared conversations all over the country, however, it became evident that the dominant narrative did not reflect or represent people's values and concerns.